Dear Sonic fans, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I ever doubted Sonic's epic speed, and I deeply regret comparing a little girl to Sonic's pure epicness. I will make sure that I make the title and thumbnails for my future videos less funny, because man, this is a funny thumbnail. Anyway, Haste, it's the game I talked about last video where I kinda hyped it up, not gonna lie, and I said it was like the Sonic Killer, or at least a more promising title than most recent Sonic games, and after 18 hours of playing Haste later, I have some thoughts. Haste is an indie game made by the people who made Cluster Truck, a simple 3D platformer parkour-esque style game. So seeing this game with actual characters in this dreamy art-styled and fast-paced running style stuff, it just looks awesome. But it is not the Sonic Killer, it's not even close. In my last video, I said I wanted more playable characters for the full game and an engaging lore for the story mode of this game, and unfortunately, it's pretty weak in both those instances. We only have one playable character, which is, it's whatever. It's not like you can't unlock cool abilities from the other characters in the game, but sometimes the visual of playing as another character can go a long way. Think Fortnite, for example. People love playing as hundreds of different characters, even though they don't really make you better at the game. It's not like it makes a difference. In some instances, it can literally hinder your ability. So yeah, it does kind of suck that we can't play as Nadia or even the yellow soldier girl. I forget her name, which leads me to my next point. The plot is pretty, unengaging. As somebody who usually loves cool plots, especially ones that deal with time travel and multiverses like this game, I just couldn't get into it. Partially because the game tells the story through randomized visual novel-esque cutscenes. I say randomized because this game is a roguelike, so every path made you play is mostly randomly generated, which works wonders for replayability and level design, but in terms of the lore, it's hard to know if this conversation I'm having with this character is relevant, or it's just like, did I already do this? I died this path, I'm replaying it, and this character already talked to me. I don't even know if they're saying the same thing because I'm so unengaged. And it doesn't help that the plot is so vague. Vague to the point where I can't even explain it well. From what I understood, we're playing as this girl who delivers mail to various universes or something, and now the universes are all collapsing, and she's trying to outrun them. But then there's this overworld that is safe from everything for some reason, which I'm not sure if it was explained why. Let me know in the comments. And apparently the girl I play as is a parallel version of this girl, who is a part of this evil opposition that's like about robots or something. I'm not really sure. The ending of this game had me just as confused, and while there was this really cool moment I experienced where I failed the final boss for the first time and got this cool meta experience where I was taken back to the title screen, but this was a new version of the title screen and it looked like I lost all my progress, which thankfully I didn't. When I clicked new game, I was right back where I was before. So that kind of visual storytelling, that meta storytelling right there is really cool. But yeah, the weakest part of this game is definitely the plot. Of course, I'm going to give the team some leeway because, this is a small indie team that made Cluster Truck. So this is a big step forward, let's be honest. But overall, I just couldn't get invested in this aspect, which is a shame because I love all these character designs. I love the character we play as. I love the grandma. I love the mysterious creature thing. Nadia, the badass. Heck, even the captain. The only character design that bothers me is the 3D model for the yellow jacket girl, because her 2D artwork looks fabulous, but her 3D model I don't know. It just doesn't look the same. It doesn't hold up. It looks way blander, and I really hope they can fix this in a patch. Another thing that really let me down were the boss fights. While they are fun, it's very simple boss fights where you just have to collide at it with the weak spot of the boss. But the real disappointment is that, except the final boss, all these bosses are just the same 3 robots over and over in different levels of difficulty. First is Jumper, a goofy looking robot that shoots these missiles at you that infect the terrain. A very simple boss, you just have to collide with it a few times to beat it. Next is the Snake, where you have to hit the snake on the head while avoiding these lasers shooting from the sky. Simple enough. Then there's this boss called Convoy, which is like this big boat-looking machine where you have to get inside of it by going through the back while avoiding a bunch of lasers. And honestly, once you learn how to cheese this one, it's super easy to take this boss out in a couple of minutes at most. And that's it. It's just those 3 generic robots with no context while you're really destroying them, other than They're the bad guys or something. And the final boss is interesting because you're not really fighting the boss as much as you're fighting the clock. This one took me a few attempts and provided a good challenge. The trick is that you have to invest your currency at those little pit stops on any ability that will give you energy and speed, which was contrary to how I ran most of my runs previously, where I would primarily invest in health buffs. But no, for the final boss run, that does not matter. We get this cute little cutscene as we beat the boss and this conversation between the character we play as, Zoe, and our parallel universe reflection of ourselves, Ava. And like I said before, I didn't really get it. And that's really it. You beat the game, credits roll, and you can continue to play any of the 10 worlds again and again for the fun of it. What this game does excel at is its wonderful, and I mean wonderful, visual presentation. It's fun, it's easy to pick up and play, it's a fun gameplay. Yeah, I beat the game pretty quickly, it's under 20 hours. I'm sure speedrunners will do it in less than half the time. It's a $20 game. That's not bad at all. And hopefully I'll play it much more when I just feel like playing a game where I can run fast and do cool parkour. I really hope the developers make a sequel to this game and expand the lore with more legitimate 3D animated cutscenes, a more expansive world, more abilities, more playable characters, and so on. This game is clearly not a Sonic killer, and my title from the last video was bait. The scope of the game is way smaller than what Sonic games should be going for to begin with. But I think the Sonic team can still learn a few things from these indie devs. Anyway, I'm not here to stretch out the watch time for my video. That's my review. I give this game like a 7.5 out of 10, which is good. I want to thank the sponsor of this video, myself. I make cool apparel, specifically these hoodies that I just released. They're zip-up hoodies, and they're super high quality, and I'm really proud of them. They feature my designs with my little cartoon characters, and I think you should buy it. I'm really proud of it, and you support a creator like myself. The link is in the description, and heck, I'll even give you some freebies when you buy it. Anyway, bye guys.